Next speaker is Dr. Preeti Kamdar, a practicing glaucomatologist from Mumbai, who's going to show us a very challenging movement in glaucoma surgery and her pearl. Dr. Preeti, could you share your screen? Dr. Preeti, are you there? She's muted.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Now you can hear me?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yeah. So this is again on the bleb leak. So we ourselves contribute a lot to our own surgical work. So this is one gentleman, a 32-year-old patient, and I operated him for trabeculectomy in February of this year, and he developed a shallow to flat AC post-op, did not respond to conservative management. So I took him up again, I resutured, but the conjunctiva retracted. Then I used cyanoacrylate glue and contact lens, and the leak resolved. The AC formed, and because he was not from Mumbai, he went back to his village. And in April, he followed up again and with a shallow AC and a leak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing now and present the video from the iMovies. So because from the presentation, yeah. So So this is how it presented with a avascular bleb and looked little innocuous, which not too much of fibrosis. This was the conjunctival suture which I had taken when I repaired the bleb. And I am trying to go, I thought I will just resect a little bit of this avascular tissue and then advance the conjunctiva. But as I realized that yes, it is a very friable avascular tissue, and then ultimately what I was left was with a bed. I resected this part, and I thought maybe I will go from here, dissect here and just advance the conjunctiva. I realized it is the fibrosis is more than what I thought, and I am trying to dissect, but it is a little bit of agony, and I went 360 degrees trying from every angle to dissect it. And what I came across is the proverbial the ring of steel which is described, the fibrous tissue which surrounds a bleb and which even a blade cannot sort of conquer. So I realize now that all I am doing is just destroying more conjunctiva. So then I went from outside in, from the normal conjunctiva to the bleb area, to the bare sclera area, and here I am dissecting, and as I go right to the limbus, now I am again from the outside I meet this ring of steel and I dissect this, yes, and then I am finally able to penetrate the ring of steel, and this is the Fechner's forceps which Dr. Craig was talking about, and it is my instrument of choice while handling the conjunctiva. Now I cut flush with the limbus and see the fibrous tissue which is really tethering the conjunctiva underneath. Can I? No, I can't just get away by dissecting this much because it is retracting. So now I go on the other side also, dissect it properly, use a sharper scissor going from inside out, again cut flush with the conjunctiva, and I realize that again it's stuck to the underlying sclera. So now I am going to dissect, undermine the conjunctiva, go all around, dissect the ring of steel further and try to advance it. Yes, it is mobile now, but if you realize there is this ring of this cord like fibrous tissue, if I do not cut it, maybe if I had gone from outside in to begin with, I would not have sort of had to do this, but I did not anticipate so much fibrosis. So here I am cutting this cord like tissue and freshening the conjunctival edges, and now I have a conjunctiva which can be advanced. These are the scleral sutures from the surgery. I am removing it because they are loose anyway, and having done that, okay, Having done that, now I am going to advance it. So, as just making sure, because I was burnt twice with this patient, making sure that it won't retract. So, now take a deep half thickness limbal stitch, so that to anchor the conjunctiva, and then take a continuous suture. So, to make it watertight, again a similar thing on the other side, and stitch it. But if you see, this has I am not very sure whether it's not going to retract. So, what I am going to do is just put some nicks onto the conjunctiva, the superficial nicks. I could have probably gone a little longer, but so just to loosen the conjunctiva a little bit, I am taking these stitches, these little nicks. I undermine it, yes, so it's in the superficial layer. I could have gone a little longer, and I thought maybe this added a little bit of mobility to the conjunctiva and it won't retract. And a box stitch which I will take in the middle 1/3 of this area which I have of the peritomy. And yes, so once we do that, once the box stitch is complete and you tighten it, you will realize that the conjunctiva nicely moves forward and covers the leak, and it will, just making sure that it will not retract now. And the principle of any of these surgeries is to, one is make sure that you cover the leak by either reinforcing or putting new tissue, and thereby maintaining or restoring ocular integrity, and if possible to then maintain bleb function. The first two are imperative, but the third one you are not very sure how the patient behaves, and that is why you have to follow up the patient to see now if the intraocular pressure is going to rise, if the bleb is going to fail. So, with that I thank Dr. Chitra once more, and if there are any questions, I will answer them.
Very well demonstrated case, a very practical approach to it. I'm sure Dr. Sushmita would totally agree to it. What would you have done in that situation, Dr. Sushmita?
I would have prayed first because Preeti's shown how we glaucoma surgeons sort of respect the conjunctiva more than anybody else, and that's what I tell my residents, that when you become a glaucoma surgeon, you really learn to respect your conjunctiva. So Preeti's shown that, but one tip I do when conjunctiva is really hard to pull is to make those small cuts right at the fornix, and the superficial long cut at the fornix. So the conjunctiva goes in, and that spindle like this becomes a vertical spindle really.
Right.
And sometimes you might have to give one small suture to it, but then otherwise you can just leave it because it's in the fornix. Just something which has really helped. So just one small tip, when it's really, really tough, to just give a long linear cut at the fornix, and it's so vascular that it doesn't stay open. It heals very fast.
Thank you. Now we shall go on to our next speaker. Thanks, Preeti. That was a wonderful presentation.